The Cody Willard Show.
President Trump says he spoke to company CEOs about how to improve the business climate and found support for dropping quarterly earnings reports. And he's asked the SEC to study the idea. Can they please study the idea, Cody?
We can study the idea and get an opinion on whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. And long story short, good idea to end quarterly earnings reports. Train with Cody subscribers know, I mean, it's a recurring theme. I don't know how often I say that I don't care how the business for one of our investments was for the last 75 days of business days. I don't care how many gadgets they sold or how many people signed up for their subscription service in a 90-day period. I mean, I often talk about when I'm investing, I have an outlook of 10,000 days. That is about 30 years of anyone's life. And if you're 30 years old, you should be looking out to when you're 60. That should be your goal. You should be trying to maximize your returns and minimize your losses consistently every day, sustainably for the next 10, 20, 30 years. Now, 90 days, look, here's a good example right now. Western Digital, WDC, company makes storage, flash storage and computer storage stuff and makes your iPhone and smartphone and computers know what's in the memory. And that's when you say, I'll have a 256 gigabyte iPhone. You're buying some sort of flash drive there. Now, they had a bad quarter. The last 90 days were bad. Probably the next 90 days are going to be bad. There's been some pricing pressure in DRAM. Now, as an investor, you can sell that stock because, hey, the last 3 months haven't been very good. As an analyst and a long-term revolution investor like Cody Willard is, I'm going to look at that and I'm going to say, might be an opportunity because the market's worried about the last 90 days and the next 90 days. When I'm looking out over the next 5 years and thinking about the incredible exponential explosion of growth in data demand, driverless cars will generate more data that will be stored and analyzed than anything ever. In the server farms and the clouds themselves, there'll be more data demand than ever before. And it's all going flash drive because flash is faster than your spinning wheel disk drive storage stuff. And that's just driverless. In the cloud, you also have the cars themselves that will have a huge amount, 256 gigs of data. Talking terabytes, talking huge, multiple exponential growth in just the car industry for flash drives over the next 5 or 10 years. Then there's artificial intelligence, there's robotics. There are so many developing revolutions, all of which demand much growth, demand much storage, data storage. So going back to this thing, why do I care about the last 90 days? And why do companies, do you know how expensive it is and how many employees are wasting their times from the CFO, who is often the number 2 guy at the company, wasting tens of hours every 90 days in order to produce the reports about how the business was for the last 90 days and then to analyze and guess how the business will be for the next 90 days. Let it go. So for once, I'm actually agreeing with Trump's or Clinton or any Republican Democrat regime leader. It's a rare thing for me to go, yeah, this actually sounds like a good idea. And I think this is a good idea. A little bit of more long-termism, a little bit less short-termism. I'm okay with that.
To watch the whole episode, just Google The Cody Willard Show, Episode 7. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the Facebook page, and subscribe to the podcast. For more, go to tradingwithcody.com.